not fucked around again, right? And what we're gonna just let people in, and they were polite, but but you guys don't know. Like
I don't, Liam. I don't.
Be glad you don't.
That's why you're here.
Let's exactly. It's ridiculous. I don't have time for games, ladies and gentlemen. I honestly do not. I have too much going on. I've taken a day here because it's election day, and we're gonna have a fun little.
It's not
stream.
your election day. It's our election day.
Yeah. Well, it is. Your election day is the one that
No,
matters.
your day is Felix Haas Appreciation Day. Our day.
Yes,
right,
please appreciate
holiday.
Felix. People, give him some appreciation and shit.
Or GTFO.
Yes.
Liam, I gotta get the heck out of here because I gotta go.
You do. See you later. If this is true, bring me Ethan Van Sciver. If this is what he said and it was not a joke, bring him to me.
What are you talking about?
Now.
Who?
EBS and Malin streamed with him for hours. It's clear to me that Nasser will return with open arms.
Oh, you want to get Nasser in here or EVS?
No, Ethan. Bring me Ethan and John. Bring them to me now. I'll be live all day.
What are you talking about? Who are you? Orange Emperor?
That's right. I'm the Orange Tyrant. Bring them to me. I'm online. I'll be online all day. They can tell it to my face. They can say it to my face. They can tell me I'm wrong to my face.
If
this is what's going on. If this is what's going on, share the stream out. I'm waiting. I'll wait because I will not abide this. Got people saying
if EVS shows up, I'll leave. You know what?
Yeah.
If y'all can get EVS in here, I'll leave.
Everyone does because we'll deal with this. I will not tolerate this.
And I know y'all want me to leave.
You're not in a position to say who is not confiscated? Sure I am. Sure I am.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to Afterlife with Nasser, episode 29, guys. Please hit that thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever of the two you prefer. Share out the link to this stream. Let's get some more people in here. I apologize. It took me so long to get the stream started up. I started the stream a while ago, probably like 20 minutes ago, and I was going to go live. I invited, I only invited a couple people. Let me invite a couple more, actually. Let me get this copied, because I invited Ethan and Vic, and what had happened was Vic came on, and we were just talking about something for a while. Then he had to go to the store, so I just started this without him. But let me invite some more people on here. We've got Ethan invited. Let me see. We can invite Malin on. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe just Ethan and Malin we'll invite on. Yeah, maybe for this sort of stream that it is, because it's a drama stream going over some tweets. We got some tweets to take a look at. Of course, guys, I do have to plug Asile as well as my books on Amazon. If you can only buy one book, buy Asile, please. It's down in the description. I'm also going to put it here in the chat. Asile. If you can only buy one of my books, buy Asile, of course. If you could buy two books and get Asile and probably get Eternity over on Amazon. Links for all my books on Amazon are down in the description. But let me catch up with you guys, see what's going on with all of you guys. Of course, I got to highlight my shilling. So, of course, there's Asile. There's my books on Amazon. We got Giga Death in the chat, one of our longtime supporters. We got Bisco in the chat. Nice to see you here, dude. Calling me out on being late. I'm sorry we were a little late. Me and Vic were discussing some stuff about our comic before this started, and then he had to go to the store, and so he might join us at some point during the stream. But Ethan has the link. Malin has the link. We'll see if we can get a couple pals on here to join us on this stream. And by the way, guys, Asile is one more thank you page away from crossing $3,000. So maybe we could get one of you guys to buy a thank you page, and we could cross $3,000. Let's see. We got Guy from Red Bank in the chat. Nice to see you here. Brother Gaius says, play Finatra's Doug video. What Doug video? I didn't know Finatra actually did a channel. I've only just discovered who he was. I've only just seen him on that Liam stream. I think I saw him on another stream. I think it was on the Oz stream with him. But yeah, I didn't know he actually ran a channel, so I'll have to check that out. Let me know what it is, Brother Gaius. Let me know what this Finatra Doug video is. Guy from Red Bank says, I love who the dude in the right is. Just adding with him. He's funny. Yeah, that's Lord Finatra. Somebody sounds thirsty. Me? What? It's okay. I just got here. This guy from Red Bank, Wilberforce Wooster says, invite Mike. I don't know if Mike would like this sort of stream, going over tweets and just sort of laughing at people. I'd love it if we got Ethan on here. I don't know if he knows I'm live. Maybe we should all go harass him. Let Ethan know that I'm on the air. Let him know his presence is requested. Bring me Ethan and John. Bring them to me now. I'll be live all day. Bring them to me. Ethan has a link. I don't know if he knows. Because for some reason his messages never say seen. Even after he replies to me, it never says seen. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's seen the link. Sorry guys, I'm distracted. I'm looking at something on my phone real quick. Let's see. Guy from Red Bank says, did you said that fudge is from the devil? No, I don't know what that means. There's the link for Asile, guys. Again, one thank you page away from crossing 3,000 bucks. Tyler says, all I did was ask one freaking question on Twitter. What did you expect, Tyler? You expected to ask a question and then get a normal response and nothing starts? Basically, guys, Tyler saw that my stream the other day said F Doug in the title, even though I said nothing bad about Doug. It just said F Doug, just as a joke. And Tyler's like, wait, what? I thought you were cool with Doug. I guess Tyler missed all the drama. Tyler lives under a rock. He also recently, within the last year, I think became a father. So, he's been away from a lot of this drama stuff. So I don't blame him for not seeing all of it. But basically, Tyler, to answer your question of what happened with Doug, basically, when I had Ethan and Malin on my channel last month on the 1st, when I was doing the Otis Stein stream, and they just randomly showed up in the chat, so I invited him on. All we did was have a civil conversation, and the very next day, Doug calls me up like, I saw your stream. You didn't defend me when Ethan said he called me a dirtworm, so I gotta block you and blah blah. And then he was asking me like about the whole kiss the ring thing, and I was like, that was about getting help with the whole Donal situation. And he's like, who cares about that? It's only $5,000. So Doug, the dude that can raise hundreds of thousands of dollars and has a 30-year career in animation, video games, comics, whatever. He could tell the guy with almost no money to his name, who cares if you're owed $5,000? It's easier for Doug to say when he has a lot of money, but he was just shaming me over that. And he was outraged that I just talked to Ethan and Malin on one stream, which is pretty hypocritical of him because Nick Rakita had Ethan on a few nights ago. So, why doesn't he call up Nick Rakita and tell him, he's blocking him for having Ethan on? I don't understand. Doug's a hypocrite. Doug's just out for whoever has a big audience, whoever could benefit him. Let's see. Guy from Red Bank says, I bought 2 books, one for me, one for my brother. Awesome. Thanks. Let's see. Brother Gaius says, it's a little early to drink, but it makes these Nasser streams easier to watch. Brother Gaius, you're killing me. We got about 21 people in here, guys. Hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever one you want. Share out the link to this stream. We'll take a look at some of these tweets in just a few minutes here, guys. I just want to get through a few more of these chats here, and maybe we'll take a look at the campaign real quick and refresh, see if we went up. Yeah, guy from Red Bank says Mike S. Miller is awesome. Yeah, I like Mike. Invite sketch. I'm just not. Ethan is writing the forward, etc. for warts and all. He might be busy today. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Which Doug and I was living under a rock. Doug Tenaple. Brother Gay says I added you the video on Twitter. Well, I have a bunch of Twitter notifications I haven't checked yet, so I don't know if I want to look through them right now. Cult Film Video says, I'm reading Walmart, huge cover now. This thing is effing brilliant. Love the Easter eggs. It's a really good book. I like Walmart. I like Tim and Mark's books. I recently read Common America too. It was really good. Still have to read Black Ops 3. Wooster says, I noticed the only letters lowercase in the title are Donal. Yeah, because I don't capitalize his name anymore. I don't have any respect for him, so I just don't capitalize his name. Let's see. Guy from Red Bank says, I would love to have $5,000. Yeah, I would love to have the money I'm owed me too, which is thousands of dollars, about 5 to 10,000 at least. But it got stolen from me, and Doug doesn't really care. Let's see. Dark Gift is in the chat. I see it here, man. We got Justin J Money Show McClure. Nice to see you here, dude. And of course, guys, I'm put the Asile link one more time here in the chat, and then now we're gonna take a look at some of these tweets here. I'm also gonna share my screen real quick so we can look at the campaign. I'm getting called out here. Bisco says lowercase, that'll show him. I just don't got any respect for him, so I don't capitalize his name. But let's see. I haven't gotten an email saying we got a backer, but let me refresh. Let's see if we went up. There's always the possibility we went up. No, we didn't. We got 120 backers, guys. 8 days to go. $2,949. And if just one of you buys the thank you page, then we'll be at $3,000. So please, one of you buy the thank you page, and then we can get there. Or if you want to buy 10 copies of the book, or if you want to get the book and a head sketch, or if you want a page of original art, or if you want the original cover art, if you buy one of those tiers as well, we'll be there. We'll be past the $3,000. But we're going to begin looking at some tweets here, guys. I got a bunch of stuff pulled up. There's a few here from Donal right here being an idiot. And then there's also some like anti-CG people just getting humiliated. So anyways, I guess we'll start with the DIRTWORM simps being humiliated. Since that's the first thing in the title here, I guess those are the first ones we could look at. And let me just make sure I got like all these open here. It's gonna get a little messy because you see there's tweets that have like 2 replies, 4 replies. So like there's gonna be like quite a few tweets to look at. Like that's created like a huge web. Like a lot of these things got quote tweeted too, and it's just like a lot, but I just narrowed it down to like 3 threads that we could take a look at, you guys. All right, double checking in case Ethan came in. I don't know if he's gonna come in. We also got John Della Rose in the chat. Nice to see you here, man. Saying sad and saying losers. Oh, totally, dude, totally. But we'll start with this one, because this is sort of what started it all. So this is from the 12th, so from a couple days ago. We had Afterlife with Nasser, episode 28. F Doug, Hail Snowman, Malin Militia. So that was the previous Afterlife with Nasser stream. This is the first one since then. I used F Doug in the title of that stream just because it was going to get clicks and views, and it did. It got like 500 views. Even though I didn't mention anything about Doug in it, I still thought, we'd put F Doug. And I just thought it was funny, and nobody really cared, until now, until today it started some whole big mess. Well, I mean, I guess last night, nobody really made a big deal out of it on the stream. And then, a couple days later on Twitter, suddenly people freak out. But Tyler started it. Okay, I like Tyler. Tyler's not one of the DIRTWORM simps. He's actually a normal dude. He just says, I thought you and Doug were friends. What happened? Tyler, of course, has been away from all the drama stuff for a while, so I guess he didn't know about Doug being a jerk to me. And we got Mr. Jeremy Turner here. Says, he rejoined CG. Hating Doug blindly is a requirement. I don't get it either. And then Matthew D. Reese says, Ethan brings the simps. Doug just blathers on about the true and the beautiful. Also, Nasser Rabadi, this costume I support, but hoping to find some spare scratch for Trixie and the new one. But F that. And then we got Nap Krampus. Is that F Doug really not a joke? Effing pathetic if not. Why are these people all showing up to simp for Doug, first of all? Second of all, they didn't even watch the stream. They didn't even watch the stream. That was a 3-hour stream. Even John Della Rose is on it. He could tell you we did not say anything about Doug once on that stream. It was just in the title. All these people are simping for Doug. Like, I don't understand the Doug hate. Why are you hating on Doug? I didn't mention Doug in the whole thing. It was just in the title. These people are humiliating themselves, getting so outraged over a title, over stuff that wasn't even in the actual stream. This dude posts a GIF. I guess this is what is supposed to be, like everybody fighting right now over this. I don't know. Then we have this dude. Bow ties are cool. I actually thought this dude was cool. He unfollowed me after this. He unfollowed me, unfortunately. Bow ties are cool. If you're listening to this, I actually want you to follow me back. But you could tell he didn't even watch the stream either, because he's like, seriously, the whole hating Doug shtick is older than my the nativity story at this point. It's neither interesting nor does it inspire me to buy anything from you. And I said, I didn't even say anything about Doug in the whole 3 hours. And he says, yeah, you felt the need to put F Doug in the title. Sorry, I'm not following you for more that kind of CG crap. Like he's tearing his brain, you guys. He's tearing his brain. Why is he crying? Why is he crying? Why is he crying? You felt the need to put F Doug in the title. Like what is this? Why is this dude crying like Mary Tyler Moore? Like, oh Rob, he's like, you felt the need to put F Doug in the title. Like, why are they crying so hard? Why are they crying? Why are they crying, guys? Explain this to me. Let me see what's going on. Tyler says, it's just too much drama to keep up with, so I just stay out of it and not care. Honestly, I'm here to make comics and read comics. That's it. That's cool, Tyler. Nasser Soy Boy voice is the same as his regular voice. Come on. Why am I always getting roasted by you guys? Maybe Human says F Doug and his Simps. Facts. Let's see. Never said a word about Doug Low T. Doug Low T. That's a good one, John. Doug Low T. Let's see, you're just saying. Let's see. Jude says Doug dumped you at the prom, but maybe it's time to get over it and move on. I'm not even talking about Doug. I'm talking about all his simps that are showing up to humiliate themselves because they didn't even watch my stream. They just saw like, oh, why is Doug in the title? And they were freaking out. You got to read my tweet. I mean, I guess I will if I see it. Nasser, you could do some voiceovers with that voice. Could I? Maybe. Keep using the Mary Tyler Moore voice. That's a keeper. Cheech says, is this another chill stream? I don't know. Is it? I mean, we're just looking at some tweets here. Okay, so guy from Red Bank said I had to read his. I don't see it here, but let's see. Let's see what people are saying in reply to Jeremy Turner here. So okay, so I read. Well, is there anything interesting in this one? No, we'll probably go into the Matthew D. Reese replies, actually. So, okay, so this is when Matthew says, Ethan brings the Simps. Doug just blathers on about the true and the beautiful. Sorry, doing that voice takes a lot out of you. Also, Nasser, this costume might support, but hoping to find some spare scratch for Trixie and the new one. But after that, and I said, here come all the Doug butt kissers. Ignoring the fact that Doug called me up to tell me before I ever rejoined CG, just because to tell me he blocked me just before I can't even read my own tweet. Oh, this is embarrassing. I gotta start over. Here comes all the Doug butt kissers, ignoring the fact that Doug called me up to tell me he blocked me before I ever rejoined CG, just because Ethan and Malin came on my show. Then he told me he didn't care that Donald stole from me. He's a hypocrite. And Matthew Deary says, Ethan said the same, even mocked you after using your private video to stir up that umbrella drama. How that for hypocrisy? Be gone, thought. This dude's double my age saying be gone, thought. This dude's double my age saying be gone, thought. That's weird. And then I said, Ethan apologized with a frog emoji. Hail, frog. And I said, anyways, I don't know what me and Doug have to do with you buying my book, which is the whole point of this, honestly, is I don't know what's me saying F Doug in the title of the stream got to do with these people buying my book. I think they just showed up to be fake offended. And you know how these people work. They like to hold it over your head. Like, we're not going to back you. We're not going to back you because you don't like Doug. You have to fall in line. You have to like who we like. You have to like who we like, or we can't back you. Like that's how these people are. They're so strange. So strange. And then Ethan replies to me saying, exactly, if he was a supporter of yours, it wouldn't matter how you felt about his cult leader, Dirtworm. And I said, and yeah, they still support Doug after he tried to ruin my career. And Ethan says, I guess it doesn't matter what they think. And I said, frog emoji, oh well, hail Comicsgate. Well, let's see, because like some of these tweets like got a bunch of like replies. Like so there's like 5 on this one, 3 on this one, 2 on this one. Let's see what else. Oh, Jason Hamilton says, "Oof, that's rough." Let's see what else was in reply to this one here. No, I don't think there's anything interesting in those ones down here. Okay, let's see the Be Gone Thought one. What else? Okay, yeah. So this one's funny. So Ethan says, "Doug Simp F off." Oh, that's gold. That's gold. Doug Simp F off. And I said, "Hail Caesar." And Jeremy Turner says, "Caesar blocked all his paying customers who tried to warn about war campaign. Seems odd to repeat their mantra now, especially after Ethan himself disowned war campaign. What is this dude so concerned about? What is he so mad about? If he doesn't like Ethan and he doesn't like CG, he doesn't like any of this stuff that's going on, why is he here replying? That's what I don't get. All these people are like, we hate CG. CG is so evil. How dare you return to CG? Then why is it any of your business? Why are you talking about it? If you hate CG so much, if Ethan is so evil, why is he like the only thing in your life? Why are you always talking about him in CG? I don't understand this. Do these people just have nothing better to do? Maybe this is what gives them fulfillment in life. I don't know. Here's Dummy Berserk God saying, "It's all fake fey drama, man. Just stop watching, you win in the end." Well, it's not fake drama, but I mean, I'm with him. Just stop watching. Just stop watching. If it fake offends you that much, just stop watching. We got 38 people in here, guys. Hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever one you prefer. Share out the link to this stream, and let's check in on Asile, guys. Let's see how we're doing here. Let's refresh. Let's see. All right, we got 7 days to go, guys. 1 week to go. 120 backers. And we're $51 away from $3,000. So if just one of you buys the thank you page, which is the tier I prefer you to buy, if one of you buys the thank you page, or if you buy, the 10 copies tier, head sketch tier, page of art, or the original cover art tier, if you buy any of those, we'll be past the $3,000 mark. So if you guys haven't backed us yet, please do. I'm about to put the link here in the chat. Let me put it here, guys. And we also got John Delarose saying 21 subscribers from 2000. Yes, everybody go sub to John. He's going to be doing a giveaway stream. So go click on that link right there. We got 34 people in here. If you're not subbed to John yet, then go ahead and click that link. He does great content. He did a great video today about Worldcon. Go see Worldcon. They humiliate themselves too. Go see his video about that. But John does great videos. So everybody go sub to him. Let's see. Are we pretty much done with this thread right here? Maybe. Let me see. But let me see the main. Oh yeah, here's Guy from Red Bank's tweet. I didn't notice that one. He said, "How dare?" Oh wait, no, he just put this one out 7 minutes ago. I thought this was the one he said that I missed. But yeah, I don't see another tweet from you, Guy from Red Bank, if there was one. But yeah, I think we've pretty much gone through all the ones in this thread here. So it's just a bunch of people, like I said, just being fake offended about like me saying F Doug. Like they're so mad I put F Doug in the title of my last stream, even though 3 hours go by and we don't even mention Doug once. And they just got so fake offended. All right, I just got an email saying we got a backer. So let's see what we're at, guys. I haven't opened my email. It just popped up on my phone. Let's see where we're at. Awesome, $2,963, 121 backers. So we're getting closer, you guys. We're getting so much closer to $3,000. I'm really excited about this book, guys. I really love this book. I did an in-depth analysis into the lost film it's based on. I think it was about a 7-ish minute video. It was the last video I uploaded. If you missed that, I did do a deep dive into this lost film, Dracula's Death, which is what we based our book on. But thank you very much to our new backer. And let me see here. So then we got this one. Okay, so like these tweets, this main thread I looked at, you guys, where I just shared out my stream. This spawned like a whole bunch of stuff because all these tweets are getting like quote tweeted, and so there's like a bunch of stuff that I might not have pulled up because it was a ton to keep track of. But oh wait, did I already read this one? Oh wait, hold on. I think there's a couple here I missed. actually. Oh yeah. So okay, here we go. So yeah, Matthew says, and just what did Doug do to you? Tell you to stop creating, broadcast your DMs, give your dog parvo? And I said, why should any of this matter to you? And Ethan says, because he's in love with Doug TeNapel. And okay, let's see. These are new. I haven't seen these ones yet. I got a bunch of Twitter notifications. So I think these are what I missed. So I'm reading these ones on here. Some of these for the first time, it looks like. But let's see. John says, okay, well, I see this first one. I don't think I saw the replies to it. But John says, yeah, Reese pulled this with me too, because Doug goes around back channels shrieking racist about me. Simp's gonna simp. Oof, oof. This is the kind of person Doug is. Doug's gonna go around calling a Mexican dude racist, and everybody's gonna simp for him. Like, no, Doug is some perfect angel. He does nothing wrong. Oh, hey, Vic's here. Yo,
what's up, man?
Nothing, man. We're just looking at some of these tweets here. We're looking at Ethan's tweet right here, where Ethan says that Matthew D. Reese is in love with Doug TeNapel, and I was just seeing what John had to say about Matthew D. Reese, because John says, John De La Rose says, Reese tried to pull this with him too, and because Doug goes around back channels shrieking racist about me, Simp's gonna simp. And then we got this Nap dude replies, or maybe he meant Map in his name. I don't know. It says, Doug only reacts to your constant barrage of BS and crap slinging. I've never heard him call you racist, even though John said he does it in back channels. And this dude said that he continues on. It's almost like you do it just so you cry. He calls me racist. Your go-to. Please unfollow me. Perpetual drama victim. Does this dude got blue hair?
Coming from Nap?
Yeah, it's coming from Nap. This dude's got blue hair, I swear.
Nap is like right from the very beginning of Comicsgate. He has been a pain in the ass. He's just like
facts.
He's just here to troll anything and everything that's positive about.
This is the only thing that gives these people purpose, man.
I tell you, I mean, like you said, you were following the comments that I left on Vicky's stream last night. And
I saw some of them in the live chat. I watched like 2 minutes of it.
Oh, I left comments on the video itself, and I got into a back and forth with people. And it's like, you know, all I'm saying is, you know, you could do more. There's so much potential there for certain people that they could do much more to like help the scene of indie comics and help build the scene of indie comics.
Right.
Like Vicky, a lot of people don't like Vicky, right? But here's the thing. Vicky's got a little bit of a personality, and she actually can put together a little bit of a show. If she wasn't sitting in a diaper full of 2-year-old spite and hate, she could really do something. And that's all I was trying to say to her.
I get you. And you know, Vicky's been nice to me before. I don't like fighting. I think she's just mad because I went back to CG. But I don't like fighting, and I don't like that she you know, clipped my stream before out of context. You know, I like we said, you know, we didn't want to fight with anybody. You know, I'm willing to forgive Vicky. But anyways, I want to get back to these. So like after Nap says or Map, I don't know, says constant barrage of BS to John replies, constant barrage. Dude, what an awful SJW to me. I bring it up when it's on topic. Now he's crappy. Sorry, I have to censor the swearing to my friends. And now you're perpetuating the cancel mob BS. Right, this is a cancel mob. That's all they're trying to do. Like, I know you missed a lot of this, but like they're all like if you look back at the thread, they're all like threatening me, like, I'm not gonna back you because you don't like Doug. Like, what does backing me have to do with liking Doug? First of all, you know, I didn't even say anything bad about Doug in that stream. All the title said was F Doug just for clicks. And they're all outraged. Like, none of them even watch my streams. They're like, how dare you hate on Doug? And I'm like, I didn't say anything about Doug.
Your relationship with Doug and Doug's relationship with anybody else shouldn't determine whether you buy somebody's book or not. Whether
Right.
it be your book or whether it be Doug's book. You should buy a book whether you like the product or not. If you wind up having a personal issue with the creator, that's fine. That's your choice, whatever. But you shouldn't let somebody else's issue with a creator prevent you from buying what you want to buy. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Right. And I put the link for Asile here. We'll refresh it in a moment. We actually did get a backer, Vic, while you were gone. So we'll refresh it, see if it went up again. I'm gonna check in with the chat in a little bit here, guys. But just a reminder, let me scroll back up and find it. And John, you can post it again. Man, I missed a lot in the chat. I didn't know I missed this much. Well, I'm probably not going to find it. John, wherever it was when you posted the link, you can post it again for your channel. John's like 21 subs, I think he said, away from 2,000. So John De La Rose, you can post the link again. And we got 45 people in here. I'm sure some of you might not be subbed to John. If you want to sub to him, he's going to be doing giveaways and all that stuff when he reaches 2,000. But let's check in on Asile, you guys. We're at $2,963. 121 backers. We're super close, guys. We're $37 away from hitting $3,000. We got about a week left here, guys. So we're gonna refresh, see if we went up again. Hopefully we did. All right, still at 121 backers, but that's all right. If you guys want to back it, the link's in the description. It's also in the chat. I'm gonna go through here and see a couple more of these. So like, okay, so then Map says, I could out. So, man, doing that soy voice really takes a lot out of me. I cut out who I see fit in my life. It's my right. You know full well what EVS is one of the biggest SJWs in modern comics and one of the biggest perpetrators of leading canceled mob BS. You're good at trolling, but I don't like hypocrites. What is he getting so offended at?
I don't like hypocrites. I mean, I'm the biggest one that's out there, but I don't like hypocrites. I hate that dude, man.
Right. And like, I guess a lot of these are in reply to Ethan's tweet here. Because like Matthew D. Reese was like hounding me about like, so what did Doug do to you? Like as if it's important that I answer this. But I said like, you know, why should any of this matter? And Ethan says because he's in love with Doug. Excuse me. And then we got like the weirdo crew. We got like the weirdo crew coming in. Like they all want pee-pee touches from Doug. Like Bean says, who isn't in love with Doug? And then we got Christopher Lawrence here saying, we all are. You should tag him at Doug Tenable. We love you, brother. What cringe.
Oh my god. Super cringe.
What's soy, dude? Like I'm getting like, oh my goodness, like I feel so soy-filled after reading these. Like, I feel like I'm about to lecture everybody on toxic masculinity or something.
Yeah, I used to feel really bad that, you know, Bean felt like she had to, like, separate herself from Comicsgate and everything. I used to feel like, you know, like that was, like, kind of, like, one of the sad losses for me because I used to enjoy, she used to be such a person full of positivity.
Right.
But ever since she left Comicsgate, she's been the most negative, vile person that I've encountered. I mean, she's worse than most of them. You know, she's worse than Nap even.
Right, right. She's worse than Map. But no, like she was real crazy because like when I left CG and there was just so much drama and stuff going on, I didn't want to see anything comics related. Like I needed a long break from comics, bro. And so I really unfollowed like probably 99% of people I followed that were comic book related, especially people like her that really like to get involved in the drama because I just didn't want to see any of it. And that's why I unfollowed her. And then she like messaged me. She's like, you unfollowed me? And before I could even have 5 minutes to like, because I read it from the drop down, and before I even had 5 minutes to like open it up actually and reply and explain, she was like, oh, well, I guess it's your loss. And I was just like, whoa, you know, sorry. I was just unfollowing everyone because like the drama stuff, I just didn't want to like see any of it. And I thought that was a solid enough explanation because that's what happened. I unfollowed so many people just because I didn't want to see any of that stuff. And then she's like, well, I'm not going to buy your books now. And then so she hasn't bought my books in like a year and a half, right? And then recently she's like, well, you lost a customer. And I'm like, but you admitted you haven't bought my book since I unfollowed you, which has been a year and a half. So what did I lose? Like, I'm going to miss your $0.
That's the quote unquote potentiality of being a customer. You could have possibly swooned her into purchasing your product.
Right. All I had to do was just be a Doug simp.
Yeah, I mean, if the only person that they're backing is Doug, then they're not even anti-CG. They're just Douggate. Because that seems to be the only person that any of them can say that they're actually buying any of the books of. Though I think Vicky has confessed to purchasing and backing several CG projects. Even in current era. So that's why I still hold out a little glimmer of hope for Vicky, because I don't think that she's entirely anti-Comicsgate as far as the principles of Comicsgate goes. I think she's just hung up on her hate and spite for EVS, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's
yeah, but hold on, I want to catch up with some of the chat here. Now I'm not going to scroll all the way back because I'm already super behind, so I'm just going to skim here. So apologies, guys, if I missed something. Also, 53 people in here, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever one. Share out the link. But we got a Wooster saying, I admit if Vic wasn't involved with the Sile, probably wouldn't be backing Nasser. Well, I guess now I need Vic to work on every project of mine with at least a trading card so we can get Wooster to back us. Sauce also says we have no Illuminati tag this time. It's awesome. Let's see. John says, I like Bean. She's a good woman. Y'all shouldn't fight. I don't want to, but I mean, she started it. Let me see what else is going on in the chat here. Let's see. Send Bean the link. I don't want to hate myself for the next hour. Bean says I'll be dropping the DM. Sounds good. Nasser being a serial liar about what though? I don't even know who you are. Like Savage TV. I've never heard of you before, and you just came in here to do what? To just cry? Like I don't know who you are.
It's got to be Cherry.
Oh, facts. John Delaro says Doug backers don't really follow to other people. If it's a purely financial decision, there's no need to simp for him. That's true. I don't understand this. Like, you need to be cool with Doug. I can't believe you hate Doug. Like, these people don't watch my streams because I didn't say anything about Doug in that stream. And they all seem to forget that when, like, I know I've brought this up a lot, but when Ethan and Malin said, we need you to make fun of Doug and Mike for the first 6 months after returning, that was on the stream from November 1st. You guys could all go back and listen if you want. When they said that, I said, no, I don't want to make fun of them or anybody. I want to be cool with everybody. I guess a lot of people didn't like that. Doug didn't like that. There's plenty of people in the chat that didn't like that. All the anti-CGers that just freaked out because I was cool with Ethan again. I don't know. People that rudely clipped my streams out of context. Like, I thought I was cool with Vickyverse. I thought we were cool. She had me on her channel before. We talked about the donal situation, and I think those were good streams, but then she just started to clip my streams out of context when I had Ethan on. I don't like that. I don't like that if people are going to lie, trying to make it look like we were harassing Mike, being rude to Mike when Ethan came on and it ended with them burying the hatchet and Mike saying, I'll pray about coming back on your channel or whatever, come back to CG, whichever one. And like, they just completely left all that out, all the good parts. And they just made it seem like we were just bothering Mike. Like, that's really whack. Like, I thought me and Vicky were cool. And if she didn't do that, I wouldn't have a problem with her, my only problem is that she did that, but I mean, I'm willing to forgive her. Are you still with me, Vic?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just reading the chat along with you.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you had anything to say to that.
Ahead than you are, like Vicky says that she doesn't back any CG. Well, I gave you more credit than I guess you deserve. And Bean is saying Vic's hot takes. Well, you know what, Bean? Like, I was always cool with you. You know, you unfollowed me and blocked me because of some comment that I supported that war campaign made, and I thought that was totally unfair because I supported everybody in Comicsgate. You know, so I mean, I didn't make the separation between me and you, Bean, because I don't know if you remember, but one of my favorite things I told you all the time. You used to be so positive. You started every day with a happy morning tweet, and I always used to like it and retweet it, and I thought it was one of the best things in Comicsgate at the time.
Right.
Just because it was like that's that's fans bringing what they can bring. But you know what? Whatever, Bean. Whatever.
Well, Vicky says we were cool until you started crapping on people like me who supported you for the last 2 years. Well, I was only upset with you because you clipped my stream out of context. I still don't know why you did that. Never got any sort of apology for it. That was really rude, you know, to try and paint me as some awful person, and for what? I don't know. Josh says, I'm fine with you in CG and was happy you didn't jump on Doug and Mike. Yeah, I mean, I love Mike. I had him on the very last stream I did. I have him on all the time to, you know, talk about his books and just chill. And I would have still done that with Doug, you know, but he decided to just get real outraged. I talked to Ethan. You know, I was expendable to him, I guess, because he didn't do that to Nick Ricada, who just had Ethan on just a few nights ago, which was a really good stream. If you guys haven't listened to it. So, yeah, I mean, I really don't want to fight with anybody, but then these people started, like Doug, you know, calls me up and, you know, said all what he said. And then, you know, Vicky's clips my stream out of context, and, you know, people are just getting outraged over nothing. Let me see what else is going on. Of course, I'm going to highlight my shilling right here for a Sile. 56 people in here. If you guys want to go grab a Sile. Let's see. Wooster says the Nick stream was great. Ethan admitted he might be a murderer. Anyways, I'm going to share my screen again, guys, and we're going to get back to some of these tweets. So, okay, we might be done with these ones here with the rest of this thread. And then, speak of the devil, we get Vicky right here quoting me where I said, and yet they still support Doug after he tried to ruin my career. And Vicky says, Doug Tenable supported my leaving Comicsgate. He ruined my career. Grow up, Nasser. And then, like, this is what I don't understand. Like, we got this like soy boy here, this KFC dude saying he's already dead. Like, what? Like, he's acting like anti-CG gave me one good roast in any of the tweets we looked at. I know you didn't see all of them, but they gave like no good roasts. It was just them like tearing their brains because they were like, how dare you say F Doug? Like, I guess saying F Doug is real triggering. This
They
dude, I don't even know
never do.
What was that?
I said they never do. Vicky is about as clever as any of them gets. And, you know, Vicky says that me and her were never cool. Vicky, I argue. I say that we're cool now. But, you know, because I believe that we can argue and come from different points of view and not hate each other. But, I mean, if you want to hate me, that's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, me and Vic even hate each other, but we still work together.
Yeah.
And for those that didn't know, Vic's about at 42% for his splits on Asile. We've lowered it quite a bit. It used to be 50-50, and now he's down to about 41%. But maybe by the end of the stream, he'll work his way back to 50. Now, I don't know who this dude is. At Just Drawn Radio, says, my ability to feel bad for him has completely dried up. I've never heard of this person, so I doubt they felt bad for me in the first place. Like, I don't know. Like, I've never seen this person in my chat. Never seen this person reply to any of my tweets. I don't know who this is. Like, there's always these people that come out like all concerned, like, oh, how dare he? I can't believe I supported him. And I'm like, but who are you? I'm like, I don't know you. I'm sure there's somebody that could have supported from the shadows, but all I'm saying is, like, it's real dumb to like be like out in the open like this. Oh, I can't believe this guy. I don't feel bad for him anymore. It's like, okay, well, like, you were never there. Let's see. We got this dude at Comics Free, looks like his name is Matt Plastique, says, Comicsgate does bring out the worst in people. Somebody always has to get sacrificed. Someone always has to get betrayed. All to keep the engines of historical revision spinning. And Pocket Jack says, it's a nasty business. He would know all about nasty business, wouldn't he? I think he knows about 12 inches of nasty business.
Yeah, I mean,
well, let's see. We got Illegal Alien Comics with 3 X's. How original. It says, WTF, a little crybaby. Doug gave him some advice, that is all. Nasser ruined himself, and now he has accepted to follow EVS and the Pay Pigs version of support. I didn't know we had Pay Pigs. If we do have Pay Pigs, please back us. But I mean, less than $3,000 after 3 weeks. I mean, that doesn't look like Pay Pigs to me.
Yeah, whales, come on out. And I don't mean the blue-haired ones.
Right. Like, please, let's refresh. Let's see if we've gone up, guys. All right, we're still at $29.63, guys. $37 away from crossing the $3,000 mark. So if you guys want to get us there, I mean, we'll get there if somebody just buys the thank you page, which is my preferred tier, or if you buy the 10 copies tier or the head sketch tier, buy the head sketch tier, put Vic to work. Or if you want to get the original page of art, or if you want to get the original cover art, any of those tiers will put us over. Or if you just want to get just the book itself, you don't have to get one of the expensive tiers. If you just get the book itself, it's $10. Digital copies also $10, or 2 copies is $18. If you guys want to do that instead, that's perfectly fine. Whichever one you back is cool. Let's see.
Matt C says in the chat, he says, Edwin Boyette moderate a Kumbaya stream with Vic and Vicky. We can see peace in the Middle East by New Year's. You know something? I would be so down for that, Matt. I would be so down for that. I doubt Vicky would, but I would be so down for.
I would not be. I don't think everything has to happen on the stream.
I'd be happy with just making peace with Vicky. You know what I'm saying? I've tried. I have tried.
Zach says, you went full Ethan. Nobody should go full Ethan. I'd love to go full Ethan. Have over 100,000 subs. Make $3 million on your comics. I mean, I would be a really talented artist. Very successful. Have a long career. Like 27 years. I would love that. I would love to go full Ethan. I think we should all strive to go full Ethan. We should all want to be like Ethan.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be,
I don't understand. Like, what is this thing about, like, having to be a failure? Like, everybody that's mad at me rejoining CG, like, what, do they want me to be some obscure writer, some failure that doesn't get funded, that just gets no support? I don't understand.
Not to sound like Malin here, but people hate success. People hate seeing people be successful.
Right, just a bucket of crabs.
Sad.
Bucket of crabs. Not to cut you off, though. I know I get roasted because I always cut you off.
No, you've been very good about it lately. I actually feel like I have a voice again.
Bullet says Nasser doing his best Mickey Mouse impression. Well, no, it's just that, like, after doing that voice so much, you just get sore, and I think I need a drink of water anyways. But, like, it's really, like, it really strains me to do that voice. Like, it's not easy to be like, like to talk like this. Like, it's like it really does, like, strain. Let's see. I'm trying to get caught up in the chat. I'm missing, like, a lot of things because it's like people in conversation. John De La Rose says, in more important news, my mom brought me over homemade enchiladas. Sounds good, dude.
Man, delicious.
I'm hungry. Oh yeah. Bullet's hungry too. Let me see.
I bought because I ran out to the store when you started the stream.
Yeah.
I bought ham, cheddar cheese, eggs, and English muffins. I'm gonna make breakfast for supper later.
Lord Nemesis says, who in their right mind would give JDA a wrench? I don't know what kind of question that is. Cult Film Video says pizza will never taste the same. I don't understand. You don't have to be an a-hole to be successful, but I haven't been one. At least I don't think I have been. Let's see. Jude says he wasn't suggesting you do the stream. Not everything is about you. I don't know what that means either. I really don't understand. Bean from Pa says, I didn't care you rejoined CG till you became a dick about it. But I wasn't a dick about it, though. Let me see. Let me maybe read a couple more. Actually, I'm like really lost in conversation. Like, okay, this is real cringe. Vicky's like, I don't think Vic can handle me, Matt C.
Oh, really? any day, Vicky. Any day. Any day.
Edwin says, I don't have the inclination to invest any time in the CG circle. Cult Film Video says, I constantly test Nasser's autism, and he always comes up Rain Man. What's Rain Man?
Oh, God, that's another movie you haven't seen.
What does it mean to without spoiling it, to come up Rain Man? I don't get it.
Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise. Movie's called Rain Man. Dustin Hoffman plays Tom Cruise's older autistic brother, who Tom Cruise he exploits him because he's very good with numbers, so he exploits him, takes him to Vegas and uses him to count cards and all that shit. That's like just like the biggest non-spoiling the movie for you type. Just I can give you.
All right. Oh boy.
Though it kind of did spoil the movie a little.
Well, Dark Gift says excuses, always the excuses, Vicky.
I think Vicky's afraid of me, to be honest. I think she's afraid. I think she's afraid of my message of like just getting along. Like I could dismantle her argument for it, for sitting in that diaper full of shit and hate.
Anyways,
if I can let go of my personal gripes and dislike and hate of Doug and give him a clean slate, anybody can give anybody a clean slate.
I think so too. Okay, so we went through these three right here. Now we have a few more to go through, and unfortunately, I did not put these in order. Like these three were like somewhat in order. These next ones aren't in really in any order. I just sort of pulled them up, and then I pulled these up and I was like, we'll have a stream, and I just didn't put these ones in order. So these are gonna be like a little out of order, but like actually, let me find this funny one first, because this one's like super funny. Like, we'll probably revisit this one a couple times. I'll move this one first. We got this Reno dude who is the most like disingenuous person that I've ever seen. Says the TLDR. I'm gonna save the soy voice for Donald. Says the TLDR is that you did not have to get baited by Nasser's lies, especially since he is a liar. His estimates were entirely irrelevant. I don't know what else to tell you. The more you defended yourself, the worse you looked. Well, first of all, the estimates were based off old numbers Donald had sent me before we had split ways, and I just sort of, riffed off those. Just sort of used those numbers to estimate what would be at now that we had more backers. That's what we budgeted back then. Sort of just went through those numbers and updated it to what we ended up with. And so he says estimates in quotes, but I was working off what Donald had told me before. And also, this is hilarious. The more you defended yourself, the worse you looked. That only happens if you're a liar, if you're using lies to defend yourself, and they're obviously lies. And this dude's, so Reno says, the more you defended yourself, the worse you looked. And Donald says, true, which is why I stopped, which is why I ignored it for a long time, even when people told me not to, and why I'm going back to ignoring it. He'll get paid when shipping is done. Everyone knows it now. But like, how could he agree with true, which is why I stopped? So he agrees that the more he defended himself, the worse he looked? That's because he was lying. He lied about everything. And like, of course, like he just gets people like send for him, like, people need to quit writing your butt about this. Like, no, what? No, they don't need to stop. He needs to answer for this because he's a thief. And if you work on a book with Donal, he's gonna steal from you. He's done it 100% of the time.
I mean, I totally get your beef with Donal, and it's not resolved, and who knows if it ever will get resolved. I will say, you know, that I am friendly with Donal, and I will say that the biggest critical thing that I could say is that I feel that Donal needed much more help in managing the Brutus campaign. A lot of things that he could have absolutely done better. Paying you is one of them. Paying you equitably to the level that he paid himself in regards to, he bought himself a new computer, things like that. All of that should have been equal and matched to you. So that's my statement on it. I've made that clear before, so that's not news to Donal or anything like that.
Well, we got a map. We got Map Misfit in here saying Nasser's stream is cringe and boring. Haha, big surprise. Have fun smelling AVS's taint, sellouts. But John gets some good here saying at Map Misfit, co-placide. I don't know what he's so mad about. Nasser's stream is cringe and boring. That's why I'm gonna talk about it. Ha ha ha. Like if it was cringe and boring. If it was cringe and boring, why didn't he say that from the start? Why was he on Twitter pretending to be a fan? I don't get this. Wouldn't you have said this from the start?
He's always been like that. Right from the rip, he's been full of nothing but vile and contempt and he's just a shit stirrer. That's all he is. He claims he loves comics. I even doubt that, to be totally honest.
I doubt it too.
I think he's just a shit stirring troll. That's all.
But that actually made me laugh though, because he's like, the more you defended yourself, the worse you looked. Like, no, on what earth is that true? If you told the truth, how does it make you look bad? But this just makes me laugh because like Donal says, nothing to reconsider. My 2021 is packed. Ethan never offered me a script, and even if I did have time to draw it, he wouldn't actually want me to. People don't realize, but I'm not part of the inner circle anymore. Rightfully so, considering Brutus lateness and Nasser conflict. I like how he talks about himself being a thief and a liar as just conflict. Like, oh, it's just a conflict. Like, no, you objectively stole all the campaign money. Oh boy, and then people are talking about the Kiwis here. Oof. But this just made me laugh because he's like, yeah, it's just a conflict, just a conflict. I know these ones aren't as funny as like the CG or the anti-CG one here, like the Doug Simps, like those were actually really funny. But the Doug ones are the Donal ones are just more like he's just stupid. But like here, I'll go on.
Okay. I think like going down the Donal path isn't really a good thing, because we have gone down this path before, and I know it's not resolved, and I here's the thing. I just think it puts you in a bad state of mind and puts you in a bad place. And I don't think you need to be there. I think you need to be positive with the direction you're going forward. And I understand that, you still have to seek resolution to what happened. And I would never take that away from you. I think you absolutely need to. But I don't think you need to do that. I don't think you need to do that through Twitter or YouTube at this point, because that's just giving voice to a really bad situation that we hope that there will be some way of resolving it in the future. So we want to kind of leave that open for you, Nasser, that, maybe, Donald finds some way to work it out with you. And
when somebody on Kiwi Farms, I can't remember who said something like the only way Donald would pay me is if he like choked on his cereal and then was visited by the ghost of Comicsgate, past, present, and future. That was funny.
Well, why would Edwin Boyette be visiting Donald?
Oh boy, would it be Edwin? Do you think Edwin's the one that would visit?
Edwin, that wasn't a dig at it. That wasn't a dig at Edwin. That was a nod to Edwin's importance to Comicsgate in the past. But here's what I will say. I want to say a personal thank you to Edwin for backing Asile. I absolutely appreciate that. Edwin was always very supportive of me and my artwork and everything going way back. So to see him, he's not involved with Comicsgate and everything, but to see him come out and back our project really means a lot to me. So thank you, Edwin.
Josh Gradin says, I just wish Nasser the Peacemaker would come out for Doug. I bet you could do it. I mean, yeah, I've been a Peacemaker for a few people, with Ethan and Mike and Ethan and John and John and Mike. I mean, that worked out, but I mean, how am I going to get Doug on here if I can't send him the link? Like, he blocked me. Like, I can't send him the link. And I don't think we'd get anywhere, quite honestly. Like, I don't think Doug is open to actually making peace with people. If he did want to make peace with people, he wouldn't have blocked me. If he wanted to have an honest discussion about things, I think we could have, but he blocked me and then called me to say I was blocked. And, he didn't really come off as someone that wanted to have a discussion. He came off as someone that was just fake offended. If he wanted to talk, if he wanted to come on here and, try and make peace, we could get him on if he really wanted to. I mean, he would have to unblock me so I can message him. But I don't think it would really get anywhere. I don't think he wants to make any sort of peace. If he wanted to make peace, he would have by now. He just wants to be fake offended. He just wants to, call John De La Rose a Nazi to people and try and discourage people from supporting John. And, he wants to trash me and tell, my artist, like he was telling Jason, who's in the chat right now and who's a fantastic artist. He was like, oh, your writer is looking back at Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, he just wants to talk nasty about people. You guys could tell Doug if he wants to actually be serious about this, he could come on here and talk about it, but I don't think he's going to. We're all pretty much on the right here. We shouldn't be punching right, and I just feel that Doug punches right all the time, and I don't know if we would actually get through to him.
Well, not only that, but I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I think JDA would probably be the shortest Nazi that you'd ever seen, almost like a midget Nazi. He's just doesn't fit the the Hollywood casting of what you would cast a Nazi as, does he?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, these days, maybe they want to be diverse, and maybe it's time for minorities to be Nazis.
Right. Right. Okay.
We got a Kojiro in the chat who is another fantastic artist that I sent a script to today. But I'll leave it at that. I can't say too much about it because it's still a first draft. But I'm seeing what he thinks about it. But let me see what else is going on. Quit dissing Doug in public and peace would be achievable. I didn't diss him at all, Jason. Let's see. John says, yeah, I tried to make peace with Doug too. He's not open to it. He gets in his mind you're bad for whatever reason, then just digs in. It's too bad. It is too bad. Peace with Doug would be your ultimate victory. Well, I don't think it'd be my ultimate victory or anything, but me and Doug were already at peace. We were all, at least I thought we were. I thought we were friends, and clearly we weren't. If he just blocked me over just talking to Ethan and Malin, like he was just so scared of that. Like he was just scared I talked to them. Like I hadn't even rejoined CG yet. It was just the very next day. Like I had that stream with them and was skinny. And then the very next day, like I get this call from Doug. Well, I missed it first. He left me a voicemail. We could play it. And then I called him back. And you know, I mean, I already went through the story 40 times, but I mean, he's the one that instigated it and just blocked me and was just really rude to me over just having people on my channel, over just talking to them, you know? So it's just really dumb.
Yeah, I would. Here's the thing. Like, I think if Doug made a turn and started brokering for peace with a lot of the people that he has been at odds with, that would not only benefit him, but it would benefit all of the independent comic scene in as a general rule. I think, like, for one thing, I've been watching Doug's political videos, and you know, they're pretty quick, they're pretty short, succinct, but you know, they're entertaining, you know, and I enjoyed them. I think he has a lot to offer as a larger voice in the independent scene. But if we all keep ourselves brokered off, especially the people that are bigger names and have a bigger draw, if we all keep ourselves brokered off and fighting with each other, we're not going to be helping to build that competitive market that we want. We're building it's competitive, but on a destructive level. We want to build it competitive on an encouraging level where we can bring in more talent, we can bring in more books, we can build the amount of books that are for sale. And you see the ones, you know, the amount of those grows that succeed and fund and publish, that's a growing marketplace. And that's what we want to encourage. And that's what Doug should want to encourage.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't think Doug's on board for that. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think. I don't know. I mean, I would give it a shot, maybe, but I just don't think there's any reasoning with Doug. Like Eric says, tapeworm goes in circles. There's no making peace with him. I don't think so either, especially because like how soy he was, just to like call me up like, oh, you're black. Like, it's just dumb. Let me see what else is going on. a diverse Nazi. Yes. Don't clip that. Don't clip what? Zeno says, Doug is old school. His problem is that he expects people to act like decent human beings. He needs to get with the time. I didn't not act like a decent human being, so I don't know what you mean.
And John Della Rose says, I am way taller than Mike Miller. That's not actually saying much, John.
Well, hey, isn't that Devon Graham says, oh, look, you rejoined CG and you hate Doug now. What's next? F the cherries? Of course, F the cherries, F all of them. Let's see. There was a midget Nazi in Rob Zombie's movie 31. He's also Mexican. This is Brother Gaius. I haven't seen that one yet. I need to.
This is true. That's a great movie too, by the way. It's just a fun romp. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I love Rob Zombie movies. I've seen 5 of them. I know there's probably like another 5 I still need to see, but I mean, I've seen the Firefly trilogy, which I really love, and I've seen Halloween 1 and 2, which I really like the first one, and the second one I just didn't care for, but I'll give it another shot one of these days. Well, it says, I'm going to draw Doug a pretty picture, see if he likes it. Sounds like a waste of time. Jude says, the extent of your response when Doug left you that voicemail should have been, get over your butt hurtness and sayonara. Okay. I didn't know I did anything other than that. Josh says, I know he did. He is also a very rude person. It's one reason I like him. CG was really awful to him. And part of that was because he stumped for you, Nasser. No, I mean, I don't think anyone did anything to him because he did something for me. He hasn't really done anything for me. You might have to be a little more pacific with that. Let's see what else is going on. Maybe Human says, Dirtworm Doug has the personality of a used diaper. Oh, boy. Let me catch up. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham says, what's wrong with soy? It's good for you.
Oy.
Joe Frago says, I get called a white supremacist all the time, and I ain't even white. LOL. I am tall, though, so I guess that makes me guilty. Maybe. Edwin Boyette says, even after January, we have a lot of work to do with the Republican Party.
That's for sure. That's for sure, Edwin.
Hazen, that's Devon Graham says 31 is dope. Got to break kayfabe for that one. Yeah. By the way, as everyone goes up to Hazen, that Devon Graham. I don't think they have the thing anymore where you could just like click on somebody's name and like go right to their channel. So you might just have to search it, Hazen, that Devon Graham. But it'll come right up every Friday. He does the Firefly Family podcast, where he and Christian Hanna Horror watch a horror movie, and you guys could watch along with them and talk in the live chat. I'm there in the chat mostly every week. If you guys want to go watch that. And he does horror hauls. Like I do them on the first of every month. He does them 4 times a month. But if you guys want to go sub to Andrew, go search up his name. He's one of my favorite channels. What was that?
That's so funny. Go down to Bean from PA. You all have a Doug obsession.
Well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, bro. Cheech says, how many midgets are going to be in your comic? 40,000, give or take. Let's see. Edwin says, I haven't maintained an audience that pays attention to comic books. Let's see. Cameron Scott says, unsubbing, and I want a refund for Asile. I can't stand Rob Zombie. Cameron Scott, we're going to have this discussion. One of these days, Cameron Scott, I'm going to bring you on this channel. We can have this discussion. And we could find out why you don't like Rob Zombie. But what's not to like, man? His movies are great.
Oh, Devil's Rejects was scary as fuck.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I love that trilogy so much. Being from PA, you all have a Doug obsession.
Well,
Being what? Like, this is the thing. Like, hold up, Vic. What are you like doing here? Being, I don't know. Being from Pa, what? Like, you're like, I hate Ethan. I hate CG. I hate all of you guys. You guys are all evil. You're all awful. Like, then why do you spend your time constantly tearing your brain about it? Why are you so obsessed with it? Like, why are you in this stream? If you hate me, you hate Ethan. You have some weird love for Doug TenNapel. Why are you always just like screeching about us? Like, you're in the live chat screeching about it. You're on Twitter. Why don't you do something with your life that you actually like? Why don't you just go talk about things you actually like? Why is it always like you have to be deranged about me or Ethan, and you have to be obsessed with like humping Doug's leg like a good little dog? I don't understand.
Let me ask you a question. If they didn't come at you, right, for not liking Doug or for having an issue with Doug, would you even be talking about Doug today?
Nope, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be talking about Doug. I mean, we'd probably have a really awkward stream where it's just me going, yeah, and that's all in the chat. We got 14 people in here. I don't know what to talk about. Let's just watch the Asile trailer. Like, that would have been the stream today. That would have been it.
And therein lies the difference. Their obsession over CG, their obsession over EVS is exactly why Doug is even a conversation today.
Right. And all of this over just a joke. Like, I didn't even say anything about Doug. I just put F Doug in the title of my last stream. It's from 2 days ago. It just said F Doug, Hail Snowman, where we took a look at Ethan's new campaign, Snowman, written and drawn by Matt Martin. And that was it. That was the stream. And it was like 20 minutes of looking at Snowman and like another like 2.5 hours of just us just chilling here. And not once did we even mention Doug. and they're all freaking out like, how dare you? Why do you hate Doug? You talk about Doug so much. I can't believe this. You're back in CG. That means you have to hate Doug, because if you're in CG, you have to hate Doug. And it's like, I didn't say anything bad about Doug, so I don't understand what they got to tear their brain about. And Zeno says Rob Zombie did ruin Halloween. No, he did not. That's his first Halloween movie is one of the best Halloween movies. Like
the first one, the second one I did not care for.
The first one's
but the first one I get people's problem with the first one, because the first one went into detail about how he became Michael Myers, and for a lot of Michael Myers fans, they felt like that destroyed the illusion of the evil that is Michael Myers. I had a different take on it. Personally, I felt it added to it, that it showed that he was evil even from that stage of life, that he was a born evil and not like a situationally man-made evil, like we see a lot of them.
I really like that movie. Like, I think it's either top 3 or top 4 in the franchise. I'm going to tear my brain over this. I'm a little torn. I like the first one the most, and then I really like the second one, and I like H20. I really like the remakes. I mean,
you liked
3 or 4.
You liked H20?
Yes, I love it. There's nothing wrong with that movie.
I enjoyed it when I saw it in the theaters, but when I got to watch it again on DVD, I was able to go, oh, this is garbage.
You're killing me, Vic. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham says, I'll ban every one of you talking crap about Halloween 2. Try me. But yeah, you guys should all go sub to Hey, isn't that Devon Graham? He does great videos and streams. Andrew, you could post the link if you haven't yet to your channel, so people could click on it, because they I don't know why YouTube took that away. They used to have like the 3 dots you could click on and then click go to channel when there were people in the chat. But hold on, I'm getting distracted reading the chat. Jude says, you mean you don't realize you've gone on about it for a month now? I mean, only when people bring it up. Sauce says, Casino or Goodfellas? I haven't seen Casino yet, so I'm going to go with Goodfellas.
Goodfellas definitely wins out, but Casino is such a good... It's so close to as good as Goodfellas. It's so close. But Goodfellas definitely does take the edge.
Joe Frago says, Bean, you have been obsessed to hating... obsessed with, I can't even talk. Bean, you have been obsessively hating EVS for like 3 years now. You don't have much room to talk, dude. Facts. Like, I don't know why she's like so like deranged and obsessed with Ethan. Like, get over it. Like, if like you got your refund from Ethan, like she got her refund for Cyberfrog. Just go. Like, why are you still hanging around? Like, is this all you have in your life? Is it that miserable that this is what you got to do all day?
Yeah, and you know what's funny? They take it as an insult when we say, you know what? Just let go of the hate. They find that to be insulting to them. It's like, just let it go and go back to being a positive person. You
don't have to be so negative all the time. Let's see. Zeno says, I have had a Doug obsession. Earthworm Jim comics are dope. I liked Earthworm Jim. That's a good book. See, guys, I don't hate Doug. I mean, I like his books, and I probably would buy. I'm probably going to buy the next one because I actually like them. But I've even said that before. I've said that before. Like, everyone concentrates on like the title of your stream said F Doug, but they missed the like at least 5 other times where I said, yeah, Doug blocked me, but his books are still good. I'm probably going to buy the next one because I did like Bigfoot Bill and Earthworm Jim.
Dude, Earthworm Jim was such an important part. That video game was such an important part of my early 20s. Because just like I was I had an apartment that I shared with like I don't know, like 4 or 5 roommates. We rented a house, and like we just had our different activities, and one of them was we had stoned game night, so we'd get stoned and play video games, and of course Earthworm Jim was at the top of the list. And then we'd have our stoned Disney nights, and we'd get stoned and watch Disney movies.
And you know, and for me, when I was a kid, I mean, I liked Cat Scratch. That came out when I was 8 years old. I loved that show, and that was Doug's book Year that they adapted. Let's see. Gigantic Android says, "Did you guys like Well Read's Asylum soundtrack show? I thought it was really fun. I listened to a few minutes of it before bed, but not the whole thing. I think he went for 3 hours. Did you catch that?
No, I have to. I didn't know it already. I didn't know it already aired. Yeah, I definitely got to catch that.
Let's see. Full Custom Hot Dog says 31 is bad. 3 from Hell also bad. You take that back.
You got a super chat, you know.
I'm not there yet. I actually didn't see it. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham says, Bean is right. I do love Doug. I even recorded a cover of his song. Can't wait for my copy of Earthworm Jim 2. And I can't wait for Nasser to die so I can have his Bigfoot Bill page. That's right. I told Andrew he could have my Bigfoot Bill page when I die. Oh, boy. Maybe I'll just give it to him anyways. Right. And Andrew says, 3 from Hell rules. Free the 3. Happy birthday, D. Wallace, FPP alumni. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll down. Where'd that super chat go? Hold on, where'd it go? Okay, hold on. I've found it. Here we go. Pete Count, thank you for $5. Says Rob Zombie's movies isn't saying he was born evil. It's explicitly saying that because of his upbringing, he was made a killer.
I saw it differently, Pete. I mean, I read that entirely differently, but I respect that you have a different take on it. You know, absolutely.
I mean, I could see it either way. But whichever one it is, I mean, I still really love that movie. Also, Zeno says best Halloween Nasser, WTF. No, I said the original's the best, but I think the remake is probably either the 3rd best or 4th best movie in that franchise. I'd probably put it at maybe around like 4th favorite. It might actually be like 3rd best. It's a really good movie. Like, I don't understand what people have to complain about. Like, Rob Zombie movies are great movies. I don't understand this. I don't know what this is in reference to, but Andrew says you should see him at the airport then, Bean. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what he's replying to. Wait, it might be this. I live watching you, Spurg. Andrew's talking about the airport because I was stuck at the airport yesterday for like 4 hours, dude. Because my mom's flight got delayed because she was out of town and she was coming back, and me and my dad were there to get her, and her flight got delayed, and we didn't even know till we got there. You know, it was like a 45-minute drive, and then we're there, and it got delayed, and we're stuck for like 4 hours. Let's see. Let's see. Jude says, you know how important Snowman is for all caps and CG? Yes, it's very important. It's a fantastic book. Jude says you can't be born evil. Well, you can be in fiction. Let me see what else is going on. Being from Passes, I miss you, Devon Graham. And Andrew says, punk rockers only find me. Okay. Let's see. Central Scrutinizer says Casino greater than Goodfellas. Edwin says, what is Snowman? Let me share my screen so we can take a look. Here we go. This is Snowman. Let me refresh it. Let's see if it's gone up. Let's see if I got it any backers. But this is Snowman right here, Edwin. This is Matt Martin's book from the 90s that he's bringing back. He's writing and drawing it, and Ethan's publishing it. It looks really fantastic. I dig this art. They're going to color this book now because they hit the stretch goal. I really wish it would stay black and white. I think they should do a black and white version of this to accompany the colored version. Because, I mean, look, we're already seeing it in black and white, and it looks really great.
I think that's probably from like what Ethan was talking about on stream last time.
I'll just look at this.
I think he's considering like doing that maybe as a separate campaign down the road.
What?
A black and white version. Possibly. Like he's not crossing out the idea of putting out a black and white version.
But also, let's check in on Asyle, you guys. If you haven't backed it yet, this is mine Vic's book here about Lena, who's hunted by Dracula in an insane asylum. We've got 7 days to go, guys. 121 backers, $2,963. Let me refresh and see if we've gone up. If you guys haven't backed us yet, the link's down in the description. We've also been putting it in the chat. And if you guys want to see some of the art here, we have Vic's wonderful cover right here. This cover art is still available for sale, as well as all the pages. You could get a great page like this. This is page 1 here. Vic did an incredible job with this. I'm just really happy how he's been interpreting the script and making it look really dreamlike and trippy, because that's a big thing with this book, guys, is the art style is German Expressionism. So that's why a lot of the backgrounds and things will look really distorted and trippy. Like, I know a lot of people were having questions about like this page specifically in the neck, but yes, we know that neck is freakishly long, but it's supposed to look over exaggerated. Things are supposed to look dreamlike in this book. So it's supposed to look really trippy.
Yeah, because I mean, if you compare it to the two pictures of them, you know, that are on either side, you can tell that was a deliberate extension of the neck.
Yeah,
you know, made for effect. And I think when you get to see the whole book as a whole, you'll understand the areas where I've exaggerated proportions, and I've warped distortions on buildings and everything in line with the German expressionistic movement.
right.
And even in line with Hammer films from like the 70s. You know, the 60s and 70s horror films, they would often use like exaggerated camera lenses that would warp things almost in like a fishbowl type kind of way.
Right. And of course, we do have this little frog right here who may or may not show up in more backgrounds. But there is a frog in the book.
Yes, and the frog does appear later in the book.
Right.
I can confirm that.
And this is our trading card right here from Jim O'Reilly. We've also got this Secret Comics patch. You get one of these with your order. And also there's this right here, this fan art piece that Dina did for us that's going to become our second trading card. If we hit our stretch goal of $5,000, that second trading card will be for tiers 18 and up. But yeah, if you guys want to back us, I'm going to put the link here again in the chat. There we go. Let me stop my screen real quick. We got 67 people in here, guys. So hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever one you want. Share out the link to this stream, please. And please check out Asyle. Tell all your friends. Share out Asyle as well. We're super close, guys, to getting to $3,000. We're like $37 away. So yeah, if one of you guys gets the thank you page or something, then we'll be past $3,000. I'm really excited to get there. Kojiro says, so many movies I need to watch. I'm so uncultured. It's okay, Kojiro.
I got an art question here from Eric von Strugel. He says, what's going on with Dracula's tongue in that first panel? Okay, so that's a creepy shot, isn't it, Eric? That I wanted that whole scene to have that tension of Dracula being very creepy, being very evil, and what I thought visually would look very, extremely creepy is if he was with the back of his tongue licking her neck, like in a way that's unnatural, in a way that makes you think like, well, if you're licking somebody's tongue, you're going to do it with the front of, the top of the tongue. But no, he licks with the back of his tongue. He's like, You know, I just thought it
Wild.
was a really creepy scene.
Let me see what else is going on in the chat. We got Jake D, who says, I got Stardust today. It was really cool. Thank you very much, Jake D. Jake D, of course, won the free copy when we did that little contest the other day with when we looked at a list of 100 movies and took some bets on how many of them I've seen. And I ended up seeing 22 out of 100 movies on this list. And Jake D guessed, because we took bets. We took bets before I started looking through the list. I was like, how many do you guys think I've seen? Jake D said 22, and that's what it ended up being. So he won the free copy of Stardust.
Yeah, he beat me by one. He beat me by one. You had just seen one more movie now.
And if only people had counted the one I had only seen a part of, The Green Mile, I'd only seen part of it. I was like, I watched the first like 20 minutes and quit because I was bored. Does it count? If they had counted it, the chat said no, but if they said yes, you would have won.
Oh, and I said no too. So.
Yeah. Well, I think you already have Stardust anyways, don't you?
Yes, I do. I don't have it on hand, but yes, I do.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have won anything.
Do you remember the fan art I did for Stardust?
Yes, I do. And the fan art you did for Trixie, I think, made it into the back of the book.
Oh, see, I didn't get Trixie, unfortunately. I didn't have the ability to.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We'll rectify that. We'll rectify that after I get paid.
Right. I mean, I'll send you one. Let me see. I don't have a copy in reach, so I have to take out my personal copy. I have one copy of Trixie I actually kept for myself, so I'll open it. I have it here on my desk. Let me take it out of the bag. I don't know why that sound of the glue opening was really loud, but I mean, I'll open it to show you because your piece did make it into the back of Trixie, into the fan art gallery. I'll put my camera here for you to see, but it's it's right there. See it?
Hold on. Oh yeah. Holy cow!
Yeah, that made it into Trixie.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
No, I didn't. See, here's the thing. Like, when people go like, "Why did you decide to like make amends with Nasser and everything?" Me and Nasser's issues were like very small, overall, and Nasser was always, very supportive of, and likewise me, very supportive of each other's efforts as, new creators to the scene. Yeah,
and I don't even remember what our problems with each other were about. Like, it was just so dumb because we were just like, what were we mad at? Like, like I think that's it for like most people on Twitter.
We were mad at stuff that other people were mad at, I think.
Right. We got a John Manuel in the chat, or Manuel, saying, "Hail chat, nice to see you here, dude." Guy from Red Bank says the tongue thing is just gross. Let's see. Eric says, like a kid licking a bus window is unnatural. John says, thank God you're streaming. No one in CG is right now. Good job on picking the slack. Let's see. Let me see what else is going on. Did you see when Kelsey found Stardust somewhere in the woods? No. Did he really? Vic?
No, I didn't. But you know something? That's not surprising. Comicsgate, the reach of Comicsgate is everywhere, even into the dark woods of the bayou. Yeah, I mean, this is the reason why people come at us, because we're omnipotent, we're all powerful and all reaching. We're the most successful comic scene and network in indie comics ever. I mean, and that people even who hate Comicsgate can stuff it because they can't argue that point. There is no other. If you hate Comicsgate, that's fine, whatever. But you have to at least admit that there is no other network for independent creators that is as large and as vast as Comicsgate. There's no other grouping that work so hard to help independent creators get their stuff made than Comicsgate. And that's just a simple fact and truth.
Heck yeah. Eric says Kelsey also killed his neighbor.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well,
His neighbor,
Huh?
in fairness, his neighbor was an alligator, and he just
Oh.
wrestled.
Okay, that's what they call it. I'm sharing my screen here so we can take another look at Asile. Let's see if we've gone up at all. Okay, no, we haven't, but we're $37 away, guys. $37, guys. So if one of you wants to back us and get us to $3,000, you could do that with any of the bigger tiers, like our feature tier here. You can get on the thank you page, and you could get 2 copies of the book. We got 10 out of 50 claimed, so 40 more left. Of course, we do have our other tiers where you guys could get a physical copy of the book for $10, a digital copy for $10. You could get 2 copies of the book for $18. You could get 10 copies for $50. If somebody buys that tier, then they'll put us over to $3,000. Or you guys could get the comic in a 4x6 head sketch for $60. 4 out of 50 claims, so we got 46 of those left. So buy that, put Vic to work. We've also got original pages for $100. 17 of those left. 17 out of 20 left. $100 for an original page. Or you could get the original cover art for $500. I would die if we actually sold that. That'd be really awesome. But if you guys want to back us, get us to $3,000. The link's in the description, and I'm also going to put it in the chat again. There we go. Yeah, Jason says, put Vic to work. I also said that for Jason when we had our campaign open. Put Jason to work. And I'm going to do that again. Hopefully, in I think around February, maybe we'll end up relaunching Secret Comics Presents. So then you guys could put Jason to work then. But for now, put Vic to work. And back Asile. Let me see what else is going on. I might be all caught up right now. Joe Frago says, getting referrals for campaigns is exciting. I somehow got 9 referral credits for Narwhal's Foreign Agent. I somehow got like hundreds of dollars in referrals for Cyberfrog 2 without even sharing it. Like I hadn't even shared it by the time I was like checking my referrals, and I had like $300. And I was like, but I never even shared the link. So I don't know how it works. Like I've even gotten referrals for campaigns I've never even heard of. So I don't know how that works. Vic, I don't know if you're still with me.
Yeah, I'm just reading. There's a question down there from Sauce about the cover. Does the cover art come framed? How does it ship?
Well, you're paying $500. We'll ship it any way you like. You want it framed? We could send it framed, or we could send it in a top loader, and then then you could get it framed afterwards. Shipping it in a top loader would probably be easiest, I think, with along with cardboard, because there's just no way they could bend it in a top loader without destroying the package.
Right. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like to have other people frame stuff because they like to be able to choose their choice of framing. And
the
I wouldn't
frame
want
might break easy in the mail.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to just because I would. That's exactly it. If I had to frame it for mailing, I would frame it with like one of those plastic, plastic fronting sheets. But I think so. I think a top loader is definitely just the safest way to do it, and also the most respectful to the customer. That way they can frame it however they like.
Yeah. I don't know what John says. That's me, baby. Hail. I don't know what that is.
Hail,
Sauce,
John.
Sauce says, is someone playing trippy music?
Oh, you know what it is? Somebody asked about this in another stream. Somebody was saying, "Oh, I hear music," and nobody was playing music. But I have a neighbor that likes to play his bass. and he likes to play the same bass line over and over and over and over again. And so that's what's going on right now. I'm surprised that's actually picked up. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Let's see. Well, Scotty says, are the referrals an Indiegogo program? And Joe says, yes, Scott, it's an Indiegogo thing. If you share a link copied while logged in and people click and back, it keeps track. Do you have your social media attached to your Indiegogo profile? If so, they must have determined that people found the page through you somehow. I mean, I have my link to my Twitter in the campaign, but I don't think it's you said connected to the profile. I don't think it's connected to my profile. But there are campaigns that I never shared on any platform that somehow I got referrals for. So I got an email, we got a backer, and I'm gonna die if we actually sold the cover. I don't know if Sauce backed the cover or what, but let's refresh. Okay, so we're at $2,977. We've got 122 backers. 1 week to go, you guys. So now we're $23 away, guys. $23 away from getting to 3,000. So if you guys want to back us, putting the link here again in the chat. It's also in the description. Yeah, Sauce says that's definitely what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that too. I just thought you were I don't know. I thought you were just either playing something or you were just bumping into the phone or something. That's what we were hearing.
Yeah, I live in the city, and I live in an apartment building, and it's a really old building, so things vibrate through the walls. So that's, yeah. I mean, I can hear it, but I didn't think anybody else could. I apologize. Not much I can do about it.
And let me see what else is going on here. We got Joe Frago saying got referrals for random indie games and stuff too. Some people click then browse. Oh, is that how it works? Is people click then browse? Maybe that's what gets you referrals. Jude says, I must have missed it. Why was EVS posting about not being able to get in contact with Donald the other day? And what was with Donald talking about with the media mail tweet? Well, no, I don't think Ethan was saying he couldn't get in contact with him. I think when Ethan said, I have a script I'd like to give to Donald or something, but too bad I can't. I think he was just talking about not giving Donald work because Donald didn't pay me. And Donald with media mail, I guess he got a package returned to him, and he needed to pay extra for it. And I guess he I think I pulled it up here. Here, let me see. Yeah, this was Ethan's tweet from back in October 6th, so a couple months ago. He said, don't try and ship your books media mail, and then he went on, he put a few tweets in with some of the reasonings of why. You can ship a comic media mail, but there's certain qualifications it needs to hit. And then 2 months later, when Donald tried to send it media mail and had problems, he's like, next time I'll listen to you. And Ethan said, it is kind of peculiar that this current excuse lines up with flattering me for being correct while proving our mutual detractors wrong. It's kind of weird that this is happening 2 months after you said you were shipping Brutus. I don't know, bro. All I know is pay Nasser. So hail, Ethan. Oh, awesome. John just said back 10 copies. Thank you very much. Let's go see. Let's go refresh. Oh, hell yeah. We're at $3,000, 123 backers.
That's awesome. Something, here's what I got to say. We've sold a few of those 10 packs, and I'm really happy to see that, because as much as every backing counts, right? But as a smaller creator, along with what we're able to sell, and raise financially, one of the important things to us is getting as many people to have copies of our books and getting as many people to read them. That's how our readership and following grows.
Well, hold up. This is a little strange because we went up $23, and it looks like when I checked my email, I mean, I think he'll be fine with me saying this. It looks like Cameron Scott donated us $23, so thank you very much, Cameron Scott. And John, as far as I mean, he said he got the 10 copy tier. I mean, it's
Maybe
still
he got that
claimed. So, did he mean like he got it in the past, or does he mean he's like about to get it now? I don't know, but either way, thank you so much, Cameron Scott, for the $23.
Yeah,
Thank
Cameron's
you very
cool, dude.
Thank you very much. All right, John says check your campaign and just backed you. I don't know. I still didn't get an email about it, but thank you. Let me see. Gigantic Android says, I'm pretty sure Media Mail can be used for comics / magazines with no ads. Problem is they won't open the book to see no ads. Yeah, that is a problem.
You know, I was giving some thought to this because it did come up, right? And I think one of the things that could help is if we slip a piece of paper, like if you have, you know, printed off in your computer printer at home, you know, and have it say that content is graphic novel containing no ads and is not a serialized publication. It's a book.
Well, the thing is, like, that's never happened to me. Like, I never got any media mail I sent out returned with postage due. I have a pretty solid relationship with my post office, and honestly, when they ask what's in them, I mean, I just tell them like it's books. Like I've said, it's comic books, and I think it was the postmaster himself one time I talked to said like, "Are there any ads in it?" And I said no, and he's like, "Well, you're good to go." And I was like, "Oh, well, thanks." So at least my post office says they don't really have a problem with it. But what is that noise? What is that noise, Vic?
I don't know. There's no noise.
There was a really loud noise coming. I saw it. It's coming through you. But anyways, there it is again. I'm muting you. There. Now he's muted and I don't hear it. But what was I saying? Oh, but I think possibly going forward, I think maybe we'll stop using media. It would require raising prices though, but I think more people are happier with getting first class or priority mail rather than media mail. So it might require raising prices, but I think in the future I might go with something better than media mail.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of difficult. It would be difficult on a campaign like this where if you have a book that's just 20 pages, you're making basically a single issue floppy, right? That does become like the argument is media mail might make more sense, is worth taking the risk, because people might not be as inclined to pay just as much for shipping as they are paying for the book. But if you're putting out a project that's say 48 pages or 60 pages, and you know, it's a $25 project, right? I think the impetus is to ship it in the most secure and definitely effective way possible. And so people are definitely more willing to pay the $8 for shipping for something like that, $8 or $10 for shipping for something like that, you know?
Yeah. Jude says, do you feel like Asile is your best comic so far? Yes. I mean, you know, so I don't want to be the cliche like, oh, but they're all like my children. I can't pick. But yeah, I'd say it is. All right, refreshing again. We're still at 123 backers, 7 days to go, and $3,000 even. Let's see. Scotty says, I thought he said no media mail because the USPS treats them like junk with low priority, and many end up damaged. Well, I've never had any books returned for damage, so I mean, I had one once, but it wasn't sent in a Gemini mailer is why. The Gemini mailers are pretty sturdy. It's really difficult to damage the books that are inside. Nothing I've ever sent in a Gemini mailer, which I sent media mail. Nothing's ever come damaged in them. So yeah. Let's see. Joe Frago says, Asyle will be my first Nasser comic, but it was my 95th backing, and I'm now at 101 backings. Rip my wallet. Joe, if you want my other two, just message me. I could sell them to you through PayPal.
Hail Joe Frago. Thank you, brother.
Jude says the media mail regulations might require it to have an ISBN number. Well, it depends, because now we get tricky, because comic books usually don't have an ISBN. Usually they have a barcode, and if it's a serial, if it's a monthly book or a miniseries or whatever, as long as they're sequels, they typically use the same barcode from book to book, and they only change the issue number on it. Usually they don't have ISBNs unless it's a graphic novel or a novel. All my novels have ISBNs because a novel needs to have one so people could buy it and sell it. So it's kind of tricky because ISBNs are expensive, you guys. They get cheaper the more you buy, but they're too expensive to just sort of stick onto a floppy. So, I mean, it's
you have to buy them in bulk. For it to be worthwhile, you have to buy it in bulk. Somebody who's doing regular projects and stuff like that, like Ethan, could afford to do the ISBN numbers and everything else too. But
let's see. Gigantic Android says, I've been buying comics off eBay for decades using media mail and never had issues. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm torn. It's because, I've never had a problem with media mail, but then it's people would probably like to have a better shipping option. But then it becomes another gray area, because now it's then what do I charge you guys? Because now it's do I got to charge you guys? I'm known for keeping the books very low priced, so that way I could get more backers and have them read over the long term. Hopefully, at least that's the goal. And so now it becomes very tricky, because if we didn't do media mail for this book, this book's going to be media mail. If we didn't do that, I mean, we'd probably have to charge another $6. So it's really tricky, because we would probably have to charge $20 for this thing. It's 14 shipped. We'd probably do 20 shipped, and $20 for a 20-page issue. It gets kind of steep. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still going to do some more research and see what we can do.
I think it's important to let the backers know the care that we are taking in regards to our fulfillment.
Yeah.
The books are bagged and boarded and securely sealed before they're put into the Gemini mailer. And so you're getting the double protection. Nothing's just thrown in loose and flopping around. And the bag and board will typically prevent any possible, sometimes it's raining out when the mailman's delivering his packages or whatever, so you're not going to get any of that.
Sorry, not to get the Daily Bogus is asking here about best to use bags and boards. Yeah, I always do. All my books that anyone ever bought from me on Indiegogo, those all came bagged and boarded. So they're gonna come protected. Sauce is rip Joe's wallet. I'm only at 25 backings. I don't know what I'm at. I have a lot. I'm gonna stop my screen real quick, and I'm gonna go to Indiegogo and see just how many. Oh wait, I'm logged in a different browser. My bad. Let me go to Firefox. I had to start using Chrome because I can't share audio in StreamYard from Firefox. I don't know why. You can only do that in Chrome for some reason. So I started to stream in Chrome because I was doing EFAPs. Let me see my contributions. Do I have any new referrals that I've gotten? I got a referral for Charlie's London. I got Warts and All a referral. Let me see contributions. How many am I at now? Do I have to count these? Well, Well, just so you guys know, I have like 13 pages of books I've backed. So I've backed a lot. I don't know how many fit on each of these 13 pages, but I've backed a lot of books, guys. I put a lot of money into Indiegogo campaigns. Oh boy. But yeah, Sauce says if it's not broke, don't fix it. Says as long as it's packed securely, media mail shouldn't matter. I don't know, man. I'm just torn.
Well, really, I mean, I'd say this, like for this project that we're doing, the media mail works. And
yeah,
should you get like a situation where it shows up and it says that you need to pay more postage or right, yeah, just let us know. We'll cover those type of things if they come up. That's our responsibility as a business person to account for. So
okay, and I was just told that if I go to my profile, it tells me I've backed 62 books, 62 contributions. I probably haven't gotten most of them, but yeah. Excuse me, guys. People are telling me also to refresh again. Yeah, John says check again. I'm number 132. All right, let me share my screen and we'll take a look. Thank you again, everybody that's been backing us. Let me see here. Let's refresh. Let's see what we're at. Awesome. $3,050, 124 backers. We got 7 days to go. Let's see how many backers we can get, how much money we can make on this thing. This is Vic's very first comic to fund. I think he's drawn one or two others that they unfortunately did not get funded. This is his very first one to fund. Let's see how many backers we can get. Let's get Vic paid. Now we have a personal goal. Of course, our goal was, it's actually only 500. That's all we needed to make it. Okay. But we have a personal goal of getting to about $6,000 so we could pay Vic something. So we need to get to about double this. So if every single person that backed us, got one friend to back, that would get us there. So let's aim for that. Let's aim for 248 backers. I think would be pretty cool. If we got there, because then that would give us about double this. We'd be at about $6,000. I'd really love that if we could get there and get Vic paid.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, I of course, I'm very, this being my first book to actually get published. I've done stuff for other campaigns that have been published and delivered and everything. But this is my own first project, and it's very important to me. The most important part to me is to get it out there to people, to start building a fan base for my comics, not just my variant covers and things like that I've done. But yes, I would like to make a little bit of payment off from it. And $6,000 would put us at that. So like Nasser said, getting the word out to as many people, let friends know. If you have friends that are into comic books, but they're not like on the Twitter or YouTube scene, just give them a heads up about this book. Let them know. If you got horror fans, people that are into horror comics, or horror movies even, just let them know. This also would make a great gift to give somebody that's into horror comics and stuff. I mean, it won't be ready for Christmas, but I mean, you could get it to give it to them for birthday or what's the nearest holiday after Christmas? Valentine's Day.
New
right?
Year's.
Oh, New Year's. Yeah, well, it's not gonna be ready for New Year's. No, it's but I don't know whether no, because we're gonna be shipping in February, so it would have to be a holiday after. So Memorial Day. It makes a great Memorial Day gift. It makes a great Memorial Day.
It makes a great Christmas gift for next Christmas, or a late Christmas gift, or a birthday gift. Anyways.
Oh, they'd have it by Easter, so it would make a great Easter gift.
Jude says he opened Twitter and EVS Rex Bean from PA. I'm gonna share my screen so we can take a look at this because I don't know what exactly is going on because I have like 100 at least Twitter notifications right now, and I'm not checking Twitter during the stream. But let's see here. Look at the tweets and replies. Let's see. says, "This you." Being from PA 1 year ago. Hail Caesar. Oh
What?
boy. Let me see what's going on. Like, no, like here's this one where I read this one earlier. Ethan says if he was a supporter of yours, it wouldn't matter how you felt about his cult leader, Dirtworm. And then Bean says, "Cult leader, you're delusional. Does Doug make people call him Caesar too?" And then Ethan shows where Bean said, "Hail Caesar" from a year ago when she was calling him Caesar, when she was calling Ethan Caesar. Oh, that's absolutely gold.
That is funny.
Oh, what is? Oh wait, I have to share my audio. I didn't know there was this video here. Let me see what it is. Oh, let me see what this is now. Let me share. I share my audio.
I'm the leader, Collinsgate.
Oh, wait, let me rewind this.
I'm the leader, Collinsgate. You can be one too. I'm the leader, Collinsgate. You can be one too. I'm the leader, Collinsgate. You can be one too. I'm the leader, Collinsgate. You can be one too.
That's funny.
I'm the leader.
That's funny. Bean's the leader of Comicsgate. Let's see what else is going on. Oh boy. Okay, so this was Bean said okay, well, when Ethan said because he's in love with Doug TenNapel, and Bean quotes it saying, "You sound jolly," and I said, "You sound dumb," and Ethan says, "Gross old hag," and I said, "She gets no attention in real life, so I guess she seeks it from CG." And Skinny says, "This is a very bad take. Bean is awesome and was once a supporter of yours." Notice once, she's not anymore. Oops, I actually clicked on Skinny. And then Ethan says, "Tell her to mind her own business, then she won't get told to F off." For real. For real. For real. Hail Caesar. Hail Caesar. Oh boy. I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, Nasser, you've never set out to be mean to Bean. I've never set out to be mean to Bean. You know? But when
Right.
people come at you, you have to, you don't have to respond, but it's human nature to respond when people come at you with vile and just bullshit, right? Like, I even told Bean once, way back in the day, because she was getting heat from War Campaign, right? And I'm not even sure what that was all about, because she used to watch the War Campaign stream. I think she used to call herself War Campaign. But so the thing is like, that shouldn't have anything to do with the rest of Comicsgate. But she took that and basically just exiled everybody. Like, she got rid of everybody in Comicsgate that was supportive of her and was friendly with her because of whatever her beef with War Campaign was. It's just silliness, man. I mean, everything boils down to silliness. Everything boils down to things that like, everything that everybody's been so upset about. I mean, to some degree, some of the stuff people can be upset about, and everybody has a right to their own feelings and everything. But when you think about it, it's not life and death stuff. It's not like anybody's actually done any serious harm to anybody or is threatened to do. Well, there's some people who have threatened to do harm, but those are more rare excursions. Those are more extreme situations. Most of the CG drama stuff is just absolutely child petty bullshit that really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, everybody's mad over dumb things. And
myself, I was there. I'm not saying I'm innocent. I was there. I was in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I've been mad at dumb things too. But we've been going for like 2 hours, so I just want to catch up with the chat real quick. There's only a few more messages, and I just want to catch up with them. Adam says #mean to Bean. Jake D says, I don't remember Bean at all. That's the thing about most of these like anti-CG people, is I don't know where they came from. Like, they all just started showing up like angry at Ethan. Like, And like I don't know where they came from. Like all these people that are like, I was part of CG from the start, and I hate Ethan now. He's evil, and I'm just like, but I was on Ethan's channel every single night for a year, and I never saw you in the chat. Like, who are you? And then it's like, I was on with Ethan every night, Malin every night, all these other channels, my own channel. Like, this person was never around, but then they try to make it seem like they were. And it's like, I don't know who you are.
That could be you might have just nailed it right on the head. They didn't get noticed, and that's the reason for their animosity.
Joe Frago says, she was mean to me first. All I did was share a CG project, and she came at me calling me a stupid pay pig, etc. She's always been a jerk. Totally. A guy from Red Bank says, I'm the emperor of Comicsgate. All bow down to me. Don't screenshot this when one day I'm going to abandon CG. Okay. We will. Sauce says, has been. Jude says, you should add Bean from Pa, the leader of CG, to the title of this stream to see if that causes any reading. Next stream, Afterlife with Nasser, episode 30, is Bean from PA, the leader of CG. Oh, Jesus, the silliness. Yeah. Scotty Richard Studio says 5 to 10% end up being backstabbers because internet feelings. Jason's posted the link here for Asile, so go ahead and order that, please. We got Dina in the chat, wonderful artist. Nice to see you here, even if you're here at the end of the stream. Let me see. Chamira says, I'm late. What's happening? You're here at the end, man. I'm sorry. You got like 2 hours of stream to watch, I guess, after I'm done here. We're just looking at funny tweets, But anyways, Wooster says, stop mocking Bean or I'll have to disavow the stream. Sorry, bruh. Vic Leprechaun, he says, where does Vic get reference?
Where does Vic get reference? One of the best, this is going to sound really weird, but one of the best places to get visual reference for an artist that I found that is quick and easy is Pinterest. Yeah, Pinterest.
Yeah, I use Pinterest too. Believe it or not, even I use reference when I write. If I need to look up, if like I'm writing about a haunted house, I'll just look up like haunted houses or old houses, creepy houses, that sort of thing. Just do a few searches and you get the feel for it, and then you can sort of write what you see. So I use reference plenty of the time, or if I look up just like spooky locations or scary faces, like that sort of thing, it really does help.
Dude, CG is even on Pinterest. You can look up Ethan Van Sciver. You can get Cyberfrog pictures. You can get Malin. You can get Graveyard Shift pictures from Pinterest. I mean, it's really, you know what it is? It's Pinterest is hooked up to Google as well as everything that everybody posts. So you get quite a huge selection of just anything in the world that you want to look up, really.
Yeah. Anyways, we got 45 people still in here, guys. Hit the thumbs up or thumbs down and share out the stream anyways, even though we're ending, just in case someone might want to catch it on the replay, guys. I'm going to share my screen one last time so we could see if Asile did go up. So right now we're at $3,050, 124 backers, and 1 week to go. Let's refresh and see. All right, still at 124 and 30.50, but that's all right, guys. Thank you very much, everybody that backed us. We got about 3 new backers, I think 3 or 4 probably on the stream. So thank you very much, everybody that backed us on the stream. Thank you so much, guys, for getting us past $3,000. Please keep sharing the word about Asile, you guys. Please keep sharing the word about our book and share out this stream, please. And we really need your guys' help. Word of mouth is the best way to market. We really need your guys' help telling all your friends about this book and helping us to get it in front of more people.
And we are, just like there was a question in the chat earlier, we are giving serious consideration to extending the campaign to 60 days. But we haven't made the final decision or determination on that yet. But we will, I'm imagining that you will know like the day before or the day of our last day. of the 30.
Yeah, we'll probably know for sure like around the last day probably. But anyways, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Vic, for joining me on here. I hope you all have a great day. Peace.
Always a great time. Peace.